We're here to rank the best ride in all of Magic Kingdom. This isn't going to be your typical, we rank every ride on a scale of 1 to 10. No. We've carefully chosen 5 attributes that we feel make up the perfect theme park ride. And we will rank the top 10 rides in Magic Kingdom based on those criteria.
Here's a list of the 10 rides that we'll be grading on those 5 attributes. We'll go more in depth on that system after the first ride. Speaking of which, Logan, what are we riding first?
Much to Natalie's dismay, this is Space Mountain. Space Mountain is an outer space-themed indoor roller coaster which opened in 1975. The ride has undergone a number of changes since its opening, including new ride trains in 2009, as well as incremental upgrades to incorporate modern roller coaster technology. Space Mountain was the first computer-controlled roller coaster, reaching a top speed of only 28 miles per hour, despite the feeling of speed from being in the dark. The ride is approximately 3 minutes in length. Let's go check in on Natalie.
I hate this ride. I know I'm gonna get a lot of people in the comments judging me for that.
Why do you hate the ride?
I was forced to ride this as a kid, and being in the dark freaked me out. So I never rode it again after that. And like 20 years later, Logan made me ride this ride with him last year on Halloween. And I thought I was going to get hit with something because you're just crammed in there.
But you're going to score it fair, right? Hold on, you're going to score it fair?
I'm going to do my best to not be biased.
If nobody's ever rode in Space Mountain, the best way to describe it would be if you've ever been at a carnival, like a Hokie carnival, and rode on one of these right here, one of these mousetrap roller coasters. It's like that, but in pitch black.
No, just look. Look at them. They're smashed in there. I'm never, ever getting on that again.
Why not?
I thought I was gonna die. There were so many instances that I thought we were just gonna go flying off of the track.
Okay, before we show the ranking for Space Mountain, let's quickly touch on the rating system. We have chosen the following 5 attributes that we will each grade on a scale of 1 through 10, meaning the perfect ride would receive a score of 100. Number 1, compelling storyline. Does the attraction have a clear and interesting storyline? And is that storyline successfully executed? The best rides give the guest a role in the narrative, whether as an observer or an active participant in the outcome. Number 2, re-rideability. We are looking for a ride to provoke intense emotions, whether thrill, nostalgia, preferably both, making the guests want to ride it again and again because they want to replicate the emotion that ride makes them feel. Number 3, appropriate length. Is the ride too short, leaving the guest wanting more? Is the ride too long, making the guest bored or even dislike the ride? Or is the ride exactly the right length, leaving the guest fully satisfied after disembarking? Number 4, animatronics and visuals. High-quality animatronics and visuals are crucial for creating an immersive experience. These elements can literally make or break an attraction and are essential for creating a memorable, emotional, and engaging experience. Lastly, number 5, use of sensory cues. A crucial, often overlooked element for theme park rides. A blast of fire, a splash of water, a memorable smell. Engaging all 5 senses make a ride feel more authentic and psychologically impactful.
I already gave you my thoughts, so.
Yeah. All right, so I am not a huge fan of this ride either. I don't agree with her when it comes to the track needing redone. I kind of like the ricketiness of it, and it feels a little bit dangerous. I think that the storyline is a little convoluted. It's kind of hard to tell what you're supposed to be doing. It doesn't really feel like you're in outer space. You just kind of feel like you're in a roller coaster in the dark. So I think they should redo some of the visuals, make new graphics, new stars, and stuff like that. and I think that would help the ride a lot. So that would be my suggestion. But overall, I wouldn't change too much about it. But time has passed this ride by, in my opinion. So here's the rankings on that. And Natalie, I'll let you back on the screen. Which way are we going next?
Going back there.
Because next up...
This is TRON. TRON Lightcycle Run opened in 2023 and is a semi-closed launch roller coaster. The attraction features a motorbike seat design themed as light cycles from the TRON films. Each coaster reaches a maximum speed of nearly 60 miles per hour. The ride is described as taking riders through a layout resembling the video game grid depicted in the film series. This ride sadly is only 60 seconds in length. We will not be showing you the inside of this ride because filming is not allowed, but this is a warning to viewers that every ride graded after this will have clips from the ride. That's your spoiler warning if you don't want to see the inside of the rides.
All right, so we both just got off TRON. I'm sorry that I'm holding the mic like an idiot, but it's so loud in here, this is the only way you'll be able to hear me. So this is a good ride, as you can see going on behind us. But we both have a similar but different gripe with the ride. What's your gripe?
I personally think it's way too short of a ride. It's 60 seconds long. They can definitely do better. I think Guardians is 3 minutes for comparison.
And I think this ride is very similar to Rock and Roller Coaster with like the initial launch and then it's an inside coaster. But Rock and Roller Coaster, I'm pretty sure, is longer than this. And just, I think it's more fun.
I agree.
And Rock and Roller Coaster is way older than this ride.
It is, yeah. And
my main issue with this ride is the storyline. The whole idea that you're being transported into a computer and driving around on a TRON cycle could have been executed much better when I'm inside. Like, I think the ceilings, the floor, everything should be a screen, and I should feel like I'm inside of a computer, and it's not like that when you're inside.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I actually like that idea better than what they have now. It's just you go in, and it's basically pitch black, minus a couple of light series things going on here and there.
And then during the ride, there's certain times where like the ride slows down, and it's like saying you're going through another gate, and it's like, I don't want it to slow down. Just go.
They probably did that for safety reasons. I don't think, although there are other rides here at Disney, which you guys already know, Space Mountain does not slow down going around turns. So if they can do it with Space Mountain, they can do it with TRON.
Also, Rock and Roller Coaster has a loop. This doesn't have a loop.
And a corkscrew.
I feel like this could have had a loop or a corkscrew somehow, some way.
I think that they would have had to reimagine the seats because the way that you're in there, it's honestly not as secure as you think. Like the back lifts up. And if they were to do that, they would have had to make it completely different. And I'm sure that they thought of that, but they probably could not figure out a way to execute it with the light cycle specifically.
You also have to deal with this really annoying like locker situation, and I'm pretty sure this is like the only ride at Disney that has like the universal locker situation, and that's just annoying, man. It's annoying to have to do it.
I agree with you.
So our next ride is going to be a ride that Natalie's a little more into. Winnie the Pooh. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh opened in 1999. On this ride, you climb into an oversized honeypot to drift, bounce, and bob your way through scenes inspired by the popular book franchise. This ride was reimagined. It was originally Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. This popular children's ride is approximately 3 minutes in length.
We treated nice. Where's your day? Maybe gifted up a glutton shoe. The reach our home. I also said city. I love mouse. To make you feel just great. Phew, animals pass right out of the ride. Watch out for other among the noodles. They steal honey. Steal honey. Steal honey.
right, I'm not going to lie. I actually love this ride also. The animatronics really stink, but it's Winnie the Pooh and has a good storyline. And I like that the honeypot moves all around. And I like the psychedelic fever dream, Heffalumps and Woozles area. So I'm a fan of this ride.
We literally quote Tigger saying, "I almost bounced right out of the ride," all the time.
So right here's the grades. It is definitely getting knocked on my end from having stationary animatronics that don't move. The animatronics are not good. And this ride is from 1999. So this is not one of the, Pirates is from 71. And you'll see the animatronics in that ride later. So I understand it's a kid's ride, but they could have done more with the animatronics, in my opinion, in this ride.
But even the props inside of the set, it's just on wood. I don't know what the actual material is, but it's very two-dimensional almost, and I wish that they did more of a 3D effect with it. So, yeah.
On to the next ride.
This is the Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise opened in 1971 and is one of the park's original attractions. It simulates a riverboat cruise that travels along a waterway through areas with Asian, African, and South American themes. Originally envisioned as a serious documentary, the ride evolved into a beloved comedy classic. With animatronic wildlife, murky man-made waters, and legendary skipper humor, this 11-minute journey is pure Disney storytelling from its glory days.
But they never told me how to turn around a boat. Just kidding! Yeah, they didn't train me, clearly. I'm sure it'll be fine. Or not. This might actually be a bad idea. Don't you do it. These are nice people. They've been laughing. Thanks, buddy. The elephant's name is Goose. That's just a little bit we've been working on. Some dry humor for you.
So right off the bat, Jungle Cruise is a good ride in terms of length. I think that it's a lot of fun. I think it's a cool ride to take your kids on. I love the comedy aspect of the skippers always cracking jokes and stuff. I think that's great. However, some of the animatronics are outdated. I mean, this ride opened in October of 1971. It's one of the original rides here.
I do like this ride. I think for an original ride, it's cool, and I like anything that's like a boat ride. And I do like the interaction from the cast members. There's not a lot. I don't think there's any other rides here where the cast member actively has to go on the ride with you and like deliver a monologue throughout the whole ride. So I do like. It's a very unique ride. There is something to be said that this is one of the original rides, and it's still a tier 1 when you do a lightning lane. So it's obviously pretty popular. Yeah, good ride overall.
All right. Off to the next one. This is Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean, built in 1973, not an original ride here in Magic Kingdom. However, it is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. I'm gonna go with it being my favorite. It has been updated to feature Jack Sparrow. He was not original, obviously. And at one point, they did also feature Davy Jones. And he's no longer a part of the ride. I was quite saddened by that. But it's still a great ride. You got the thrills, the chills, the smells. The second you walk in here, honestly, you could be standing outside and you can smell the water. And everybody knows the water smell is top tier. Best thing ever. They did take away the red head. I believe they did that in California as well, but I do believe the red head still exists. In like the original red head, the auction, not the we want the rum situation, the we want the red head. I think that still exists in Japan or China. I don't remember which one it is, but it does still exist somewhere. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's ride it. Originally planned as a walk-through wax museum, this attraction changed course after the success of It's a Small World and the Carousel of Progress at the 1964 World's Fair. It became one of the last rides overseen by Walt Disney himself.
I wonder if she's going to rank this high. What do you think?
And though it's shorter than the Disneyland version, the Magic Kingdom edition remains a 9-minute treasure of adventure, music, and mayhem.
Quit your clucking! The gentlemen want the rum! Don't you, boy? Hey, what's the
Keep still. I'm studying the map.
Okay, we just got off of Pirates, and I enjoyed myself. Did you?
Yeah, Pirates has actually grown on me as I've ridden it more times. We lived down here for about a year and a half now, and it was not a ride. It was like her favorite ride as a kid, so just so you know, I know this score's about to pop up, but this is like her favorite ride. My favorite ride was always Haunted Mansion, little precursor, and this ride has grown on me. The more times I've ridden it, I've grown to appreciate the ride. We'll go with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia in the ride for me because it was my favorite ride as a kid. And throughout the years, as they've adapted it and changed it, nothing has changed for me. I still thoroughly love the ride. I will say that there are issues with some of the animatronics, and they need to do a better job at fixing them. There have been a couple that have been down for like the past 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, there's like frozen in place.
Yeah. So they can do a little bit better about updating that, but I know that they have a lot going on. But overall, I love this ride. The smells, the thrills, all of the vibes. Immaculate, in my opinion.
Yeah, this ride, it's a boat ride, which I like. It has decent animatronics for built in 73, and you do get a lot of the sensory stuff, like you get a little bit of water, but you don't get too wet. You get smells, you get blasts of air. So it's a long ride. There's a lot going for it with our scoring criteria. So that it's probably going to rank pretty high.
Yeah, it checks a lot of the boxes, but it will get knocked a couple of points here or there for certain things. But
now where are we going next?
I think we're going to your favorite ride next.
This is It's a Small World. It's a Small World opened in October of 1971 and is one of the park's original attractions. The ride was originally created for the 1964 World's Fair, and it features around 300 animatronic dolls representing 29 countries, all singing that same unforgettable song. This ride is 15 agonizing minutes long. and I'm going to issue a challenge to you. I'm going to show you about 5 minutes of that, so 1/3 of it. And the challenge is for you to not skip ahead. If you can't do that, then you lose. Your punishment is that you have to subscribe to the channel. I mean, you should subscribe anyway. It's totally free, and it helps us out a lot. But sit back and enjoy It's a Small World. There's no polite way to put this. That ride is atrocious and should be demolished immediately. Let's restart that. That's too harsh. All right. So there's no polite way to put this. That ride's not going to win. That's not going to win. Yeah, I don't really have nothing nice to say. So, Natalie, what do you think about it?
I think it's way too long of a ride, and it's a great ride to fall asleep to. That's about all I got.
The worst part of the ride is not the really old puppets and stuff. It's that it just repeats like a 10-second long chorus. The ride's this long for that amount of time. It just repeats it the entire time, and it is brutal. Yeah, if you ride this for enjoyment, I kind of have to question you a little bit.
Put down in the comments why, because I would love to know why you love this ride so much, if you do.
I agree. If this is your favorite ride, and we're just taking a dump on it, I just need to know why this ride is, why we should reconsider it.
I respect if it's the nostalgia of it. I respect any of it. I'm genuinely curious what people find so enjoyable about this ride.
All right, after that glowing review, Natalie, what's our next ride?
Peter Pan.
Which is where?
Right there. We're going to Peter Pan.
Let's do it.
Peter Pan's Flight opened in 1971 and is one of the park's original attractions. This rail-suspended dark ride is featured in 5 of the 6 Disney resort destinations, each with a unique exterior, walk-through queue, and ride experience. The original intent of the attraction was for guests to fly through the ride as if they themselves were Peter Pan. This unique and popular ride is nearly 3 minutes in length and has gone through quite a few renovations, with the most recent being in 2024. I like that ride. I do think it's too short, though.
It's very short, and I don't like it as much as Natalie.
It's very nostalgic for me. I love Peter Pan. It's one of my favorite Disney movies, so I'm a little biased when it comes to that. But I will say that I wish that the animatronics, they're great, but I wish that, like, the faces moved or something. Like, they were just updated with the newer technology.
They need to be this, like how Pirates of the Caribbean, at least that level. And I'm not saying Pirates has great animatronics, but at least Pirates and Haunted Mansion, the animatronics move. These are like stagnant. They're very similar to Winnie the Pooh, honestly.
Yeah, like just the heads move, and I wish that they did more.
This is like, in my opinion, because you fly, it's like a way, way, way worse version of my favorite ride as a kid, which was E.T. at Hollywood Studios, or at Universal Studios.
Yeah, I like that ride too. That's a good ride there.
That's also stagnant, but it's just a much better ride.
I feel like it's more in depth than this is. This is just very straightforward.
All right. We're going to walk right across the street here, and we're going to try to get Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. The wait has been like 90 minutes this entire day, and right now it says it's like 45, so we're going to go over there and try to get Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
We were wrong. We're going to Haunted Mansion. The line for Seven Dwarfs is just too long. We'll get there. After Haunted Mansion, I think we're going to try to do Seven Dwarfs. Tiana's has also been closed for a while, and I don't know if it's reopening or not, but we'll see. We're going to have to wait to find out.
On to Haunted Mansion, baby. This is Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion opened in 1971 and is one of the park's original attractions. It is a dark ride attraction that features a tour in a vehicle called Doom Buggies. This ride utilizes a range of technology from old theatrical to modern day special effects. The Florida version is roughly 10 minutes in length, which is slightly longer than its California counterpart, with extra scenes such as the library and the music room. This ride was in development for over a decade and was one of the final projects made under Walt Disney's direction.
Toads in a pond. Let there be music from regions beyond.
That ride's incredible. I love that ride. And unlike some of the other rides like Peter Pan, they've gone out of the way to update some of the animatronics in here. They've added CGI. They've added like the head that goes back and forth under the thing. They added a lady with the hatchet. None of that was part of the initial ride. So they've taken steps to keep this ride up to date and enjoyable for 2025. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say these are the best animatronics. They're still, most of them are old and out of date. And but there's a lot of optical illusion that's in this ride. Maleficent, her voice is in this ride. I'm trying to sway the judges over here. What do you think of Haunted Mansion? Because I know that this is my jam. Your jam is Pirates of the Caribbean. So
I like this ride. I think it's a pretty good ride. I do want to make it a point to say that my favorite part is when you go backwards because I feel like my spine is being realigned, which is great. Great place to get stuck and fall asleep. But that is the one thing that I have to say. It didn't happen this time, but most often than not, when we go to ride this ride, we get stuck on it. And it's quite frustrating that you don't always get just like a smooth ride through. There always seems to be an issue. So I do think that they need to take the time to actually shut the ride down, not for refurbishment, but they need to do maintenance on it, like serious maintenance on it, to make sure that that doesn't happen, because it's not enjoyable if it shuts down.
I do think a lot of times the reason the ride stops is because it's a moving platform, and I think people that are handicapped don't have the ability to transition quick enough. Another point, you do get to lay down on this ride. What other ride you get to lay down flat on your back? So I know you're already seeing the scores on the screen. This is your boy's jam, but we're going to go on to Seven Dwarves Mine Train now. Bite the bullet, we got to wait in the line. But we have Seven Dwarves Mine Train and Tiana's Bayou left.
Before you want to get on Seven Dwarves and wait in that line, you want to get a Mickey pretzel?
She's being naughty.
I want snacks. Could use a caffeine hit too, but I'm not walking all the way through the park to get to Starbucks right now. We got too many rides to still ride. Oh, looks like it's a 35-minute wait, so we're going.
We're going right now. Almost spinning around.
This is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Hello.
Hello. Say hello.
Hello in there.
There they are.
Hello. Let me know down in the comments. I was looking at mobile order. What is your favorite thing to get in Magic Kingdom in terms of snacks? I want to know. I'm very curious. We, on Friday, released the Epcot Food Feud video. I think we're going to have to do Magic Kingdom too. There's so many snacks between the popcorns and the pretzels and the ice creams. I want to know what your favorite is. And what's your favorite flavor Dole Whip? I want to know that too. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a steel roller coaster which opened in 2014. The attraction features a tilting vehicle ride system. This new technology simulates the swaying and tipping one would expect to experience in a moving mine car. This charming roller coaster is roughly 3 minutes in length and is designed to be kid-friendly with no major drop and a top speed of only 34 miles per hour.
In the mine! Oh my gosh, we were coming hot!
Yeah,
Did you like it?
I did.
You liked it?
That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I felt like it was extra good today. It was like the coaster was coming in hot.
Yeah, we didn't have that at the end. If you ever been on this, kind of get like your spine realigned at the very end, and they like abruptly stop you. And we didn't have that happen today.
No.
I love how they mixed. It's kind of like Big Thunder Mountain, like the thrill of the roller coaster. Yeah. So it's like kid-friendly roller coaster. There's not like a big, crazy, scary drop or anything like that. So it's like Big Thunder Mountain, but then they put one of like the old school, like Pirates, Haunted Mansion, Winnie the Pooh type of rides in the middle of it. So you get like the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I really like that ride. I think it's very good.
Yeah.
They did a good job. Do you want to stop and grab some truffle fries? I'm hungry. We didn't eat lunch.
All right, so I told you guys I would show you this. It is currently the end of October, and Tom Sawyer's Island is bye-bye. Right now we're just looking at a bunch of Big walls. And I haven't rode Tiana's since this went up. And it's right there. And it's down still. And I was really excited. I was really excited to be able to get to look over top of these walls and see what's going on. We're going to walk over to Tiana's right now and see what the deal is. All right, so it's not happening today. The cast members out there told us it's not happening today. So Natalie and I have decided, after some very thoughtful discussion, that we're going to disqualify Tiana's Bayou from the competition due to being broken, and being broken quite often. And I know that you guys are going to be upset with us. I'll give you a little bit of reasoning. Behind this ride, or right next to it, is also Big Thunder Mountain, which is down right now for refurbishment. And that ride would also have been in this top 10 ride, and I would not have had to ride It's a Small World, which would have been incredible. And I wish that Big Thunder Mountain was open. But we both decided that neither one of us were going to rank Tiana's Bayou as the number one ride. So there was no way that it was going to win. Just because neither of us were going to choose a ride where you get soaking wet at the end as the winner, even though it is a very good ride. It probably would have placed around 4th. So that means Magic Kingdom's best ride is...
I mean, was there any debate? It's Pirates of the Caribbean. Of course that's the winner. It's got the vibes. It's got the smells. Smell-o-vision. Literally, you could probably smell it through the TV if you think about that water. Just think about it for a second. Can you smell it? I know you can. The rum smell, one of the best smells in the world. The animatronics, great. Every once in a while, we knocked it a point for that, which I think is fair. You got the drop, and you get wet from the cannon shooting, and sometimes the drop. It's like 8 minutes long. It's the best.
I do think there's something to be said for a ride that's been around since the 70s and is so good that they made a movie franchise around it. And yeah, it just has everything you look for in an attraction at a premium theme park. So this is the ride.
Do you want to go ride it again?
Yeah.
Let's go ride it again. Okay, come on.
Arms, feet, and legs inside.
Like and subscribe.
Even hot jack.